What's up, Capricorn Collective? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. My name is Keita. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I have pulled some cards and identified the crystal that you guys should be working with to open a block road. So I'm going to be doing or have done a road opener reading for you guys to better help you along your journey to unblocking a block road in 2025. I will not be before y'all long. I just retwisted my locks. It has to tie my hair up, even though, sometimes you catch me with a head wrap on anyway, just protecting my energy, covering my head. But this particular time, I did a head wash, like a spiritual head wash, and then retwisted my locks. And more than anything, I'm just needing to have my head covered because it's cold. And I didn't want to get on camera with my my little clips that's keeping my locks in place out. So here I am. I still look cute though, right? Bringing forth this message for you guys. And the road that is blocked is an interesting one, because when consulting with spirit to inquire about what energy, what road is blocked for you guys, the road from goddess to poet is what's coming up. So you got this goddess energy here, which has come up in a couple of other readings too. So you may want to watch some of the other road opener readings if this one resonates with you. But that's in its light attribute, it's the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. What this is telling me is that somebody has already embodied and or encountered a goddess energy, someone who possesses this feminine quality, this divine feminine energy. When this energy is in its shadow or its karmic light attribute, or darker attribute, it's the exploitation of the female nature and form. So those are those women who use their feminine qualities to manipulate, who use their feminine qualities to manipulate, best word I can come up with. But we've all encountered it before, those who tend to use their sensuality, their sexuality, or their feminine energy in some way to get the outcome that they desire, but it's to someone else's detriment, so to speak. But when you're in your goddess energy, in the light attribute, that comes from a wise place. It's nothing manipulative about it. It's just someone exuding their natural feminine energy, and it's well intentioned. So someone has encountered this goddess energy, but it needs to be expressed as a poet. That's like having encountered that energy and then using it to bring forth some kind of creative expression. And that creative expression may be vocal. So saying something, or writing a poem, or writing a letter, but expressing it in some creative way, expressing yourself in some creative way after having had this encounter or experience or influence of a goddess energy. And that is the road that has been blocked because somebody's having a hard time with the creative expression. So the poet in its light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Someone who has the gift of gab, or a way with words, or can express themselves in such a way that they can use signs and symbols and romantic gestures even to express how they feel. And in its shadow attribute, it's when someone turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Again, having that gift of gab, having that way with words, knowing the power of words and using it manipulatively, would be the shadow attributes. So as someone is being called to make that shift from the goddess to the poet, I was asking, like, why is this road blocked? And it's blocked because somebody has needed or is needing a wake-up call. They are needing to feel the feels or have some experience to the point of overwhelm, to the point of just reaching a pinnacle and I can't take this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's something that needs to happen that abruptly shifts this person out of that creative block, so to speak, that pushes them in the right direction. And this wake-up call with tsunami is going to lead someone to follow their instincts with the wolf energy. And so if you find yourself in a situation where you've been stuck or stagnant or haven't been able to express yourself creatively, just in general or to someone, know that there may come a time where you feel like something has happened to where you have had a wake-up call. And sometimes a wake-up call for us, it's not like necessarily emergency, house on fire, sickness and disease or death or anything like that, but like sometimes when something comes to an end, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, when I started working in corporate, that was my wake-up call to start pursuing more creative entrepreneurial endeavors. Like I already was doing it, but to definitely kick things up and I should take it to the next level and take it more seriously, right? So sometimes something has to come to an end, and that is the wake-up call that pushes you in the right direction, to follow your instincts and do what it is that you naturally feel led to do anyway, to go in the direction you naturally feel led to do, to be a wolf and not a sheep, right? Just saw 711, and that direction that you may be led to go in is very possibly a sacred one, with 711 being the angel number that I just saw. 711, what has been coming to me here lately, also breaks down to a 9, and the 9 is the energy of the hermit. So this may be speaking to someone moving or shifting from a more community group mindset, group think, or the influence of what others have had to say, and being more independent, because that's what their sacred journey is leading them to a path of self-discovery where they have been deeply influenced by societal conditioning and other people's thoughts and opinions. And the thing that this individual is needing to surrender or surrender to is to joy. And once they surrender to joy and allow themselves to feel joy, to be present, to be happy, no longer are aligned with and committed to their struggle story, then this person is also going to find themselves building more confidence to be vocal, more confidence to be front and center, more confidence to be creative and expressive with their creative gifts and talents, and also to go at it alone if they have to, or to find their tribe and connect with like-minded individuals when this individual surrenders to joy. Because you got surrender to joy here, where this woman is literally jumping for joy and she feels light and free. So there's something very liberating about this energy. But it says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. Joy is different from happiness. Happiness is a very fleeting emotion. When you are anchored in joy, you can be going through some of the toughest of fucking times, but you can still find the silver lining, and also you're not as easily swayed. I live by the saying, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it and the world didn't take it away, because there are things about our day-to-day living from moment to moment that will come to shift your emotions, or to try to, right? And it is up to us to have enough joy to feel what we feel, but also not allow it to tank us. You know what I'm saying? And even if it does tank us, to have the enough joy to want to keep living and keep getting up from day to day, giving our best, whatever the best looks like that day, or showing up moment to moment, giving our best, whatever our best looks like from moment to moment, giving up this idea of this disease of perfection, and just being present and enjoying life as it is, whatever it is, right? Because shit ain't always gonna be on the up and up in this society that we live in, as you can see on the news, on the social media feeds, and just talking to one another in passing. Like, everybody got some shit going on, but you gotta still have joy. And so this is someone who has possibly been fighting joy, and life circumstances will condition you in that way, and that's also the thing that will block your creative expression. Just saw 11:11. But once you surrender to joy, the floodgates of abundance and manifestation are opening up for you, and there will be an increase in confidence as you surrender low self-esteem, which is at the bottom of the deck. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So if it's been low esteem that's been keeping you from expressing yourself poetically, creatively, being a wolf and following your instincts, this is going to be, whatever this wake-up call is, it's bringing forth a solar plexus activation. So we talking about a lot of sun energy, and light codes that come forth to help you tap into your what is it called, your great central sun. If you're not familiar with the energy of the great central sun, look that up. That's the sun within you. It also behooves us, and I know I'm about to sound hypocritical as shit, but it behooves us to get out and get some sunlight. Y'all, me and the cold, I be in the house for days on end, ain't even check the mailbox. I just don't do the cold like that. And so sitting outside to get some sunlight in the wintertime, yeah. I need to follow my own advice on that. Every now and then I might go out to pour libations for the ancestors. Like the water that I pour my ancestor altar, when I'm ready to change that water, I'll take the old water and go pour it out in the yard. And even then, like, I be making it snappy in and out. But we do need that sun energy. We need that solar energy. And there's different ways to get it, but the best way to get it is to be in the sun, right? So you can work with citrine crystal. You can work with certain herbs, particularly those that are yellow, or like have lemon in the name, like lemon balm, lemon grass. Those are good energies to work with for working with your sacral chakra and solar energy. Working with yellow and orange candles are good for working with sun energy. There are certain frequencies. Of course, getting you some B12 and vitamin D, because the sun naturally gives us those vitamins. But yeah, get it how you live, as they say. But it's going to help build your esteem. And as you can see here, you got a sunflower. So even if you could get a hold to some sunflowers, having some sunflowers in your home, fresh flowers would be helpful. The crystal that you guys, or crystals, because we actually have two, that you can work with to better assist you with this energy is iolite, and then there's iolite sunstone, which is a combination of the energy of iolite crystal and sunstone energy. Again, supporting this whole joyful, confident, self-esteem energy. So iolite is best for working with inner vision, shamanic journeying, healing of old wounds, and soul retrieval. Y'all, this light, it was not doing it before I started. And the chakra that is best associated with is the third eye. So definitely listening to, trusting, and following your intuition. I've been doing quite a bit of shamanic journeying here lately, and the messages that have been coming through to me have been profound and personal. So I won't be sharing them, but if you are not familiar with shamanic journeying, and if you have questions, you can drop down in the description box below, or you can hit me for a consultation for something more private. But it's a great tool, especially for those of you who are into meditation. It helps you to be more intentional about your meditation, and I've seen just some very prophetic things in shamanic journeying, and also it has helped me to better understand what's currently going on in my life, helping me to travel to different realms to get that understanding. But Iolite offers to take one on the inner path to the deep self. So again, we talked about that hermit energy when I saw 7-11, which breaks down to a 9, and 9 being the number that represents the hermit. The hermit represents going on a journey of self-discovery. So you want to work on Iolite if you resonate with work with Iolite if you resonate with being in this hermit energy. Iolite offers to take one on the inner path to the deep self. It's an excellent stone to use in shamanic journeying. It assists by increasing the vividness and detail of inner visions, and by calling up symbols from deep in the psyche that will clearly illuminate the issues one must face for continued growth. It helps one let go of the belief that one needs to control inner experiences, and it dissolves the fear of the unknown or suppressed parts of the psyche. It increases one's capacity to move forward into areas of old fear, teaching one that the exploration of one's wounds is the most direct path to healing. So this is something that's going to help you not continue to avoid those things in your psyche that you wish to suppress and have been avoiding, but to face it head on, overcome it, heal it, integrate it, which is going to help build your esteem, build your confidence, build your vitality and life force energy. Iolite is also a stone of inner treasures. It helps one to move to the depths of one unconscious and to uncover the lost parts of oneself. When this is done, one finds what one most needs to be at peace and in joy. Surrender to joy. Again, there's that Iolite helping you to identify what you need in order to surrender to joy and be at peace, which is the most important of all treasures. Try living this life without no peace, living this life without no joy. That's when you be feeling like it ain't worth living. And so it's like you value it the most when you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the wake-up call. Having that discomfort, having those obstacles that bring you face to face with where you don't have peace, and what you need to do to achieve that peace, or where you don't have joy, and who and what brings you joy, and what you need to do to get to that, right? Iolite assists in blending normal conscious thinking with intuitive knowledge. It aids in strengthening the energetic links between the brain and the heart, and it helps the mind to understand and have reverence for the heart's urgings. Wearing Iolite can help awaken and sustain one's psychic gifts. It's an excellent stone for astrologers, tarot readers, mediums, and other intuitive channels of inner information. Spiritually, Iolite facilitates meditation, opens the visionary centers, and assists one in consciously communing with other realms and their inhabitants. It stimulates one's visionary abilities and enhances creative expression of higher information. Emotionally, Iolite empowers one to envision solutions to seemingly insurmountable emotional problems. It can give one hope in difficult circumstances and can assist one in perceiving how best to proceed. Iolite encourages a positive, calm, and clear mind in the midst of adversity. It can help one gain emotional distance and a clearer perspective on life situations. The affirmation for Iolite is, I open myself to the path of inner wisdom, and I trust that I will be guided to what I need to see for my highest good. One thing that has come to mind for me as we are exploring this goddess energy is that the goddess energy is like the feminine aspect of God, right? So there's a feminine aspect of Jesus, which is Sophia, and the feminine aspect of God is known as Shekinah, and that is that goddess energy. You may hear it like, say, in the church they refer to it as Shekinah glory, SHEKINAH. But that's the aspect of God that is rarely discussed, explored, honored in this patriarchal world, and God is referred to as He. But to be a whole being, to experience the fullness of God and the God within you, which God is the masculine expression of the divine, you have to become better acquainted with and have honor for and embody the goddess energy by way of experiencing it externally in another and internally within yourself. So that's something to keep in mind as you are on this journey of embodying more confidence, following your instincts, stepping out as a wolf and not a sheep, is that you want to embody the energy of a god and a goddess, and also have reverence and honor for the two. Iolite sunstone speaks to this energy as well, because sunstone, the sun, solar energy, is a masculine energy. The moon, intuition, things of that nature is a more feminine energy. And you have the two pretty much coming together here in this particular crystal, like having moonstone and sunstone in one crystal, which that exists as well. But Iolite sunstone is associated with artistic expression. Again, we got this poet energy, productive action, physical vitality. I told you this, there's whatever is being blocked, it's blocking your vitality, it's blocking your life force energy, it's blocking your creative and your sexual expression, because your creative energy and your sexual energy is the same thing. And enhanced intuitive abilities. The elements is associated with our wind and fire. Iolite is associated with wind. Wind comes through to bring about change. Think of the Orisha Oya. But when you add that fire to it, that's like fire being spread and ignited. You know, once you bring oxygen to fire, the fire is only going to spread and get bigger. And the fire is representative of your creative and sexual energy. So you can expect that to increase, your passion to increase, your creative expression to increase, should that take place. The chakras that Iolite and sunstone are associated with are the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, as I mentioned earlier, and the third eye. It says Iolite sunstone, as one might expect, combines the properties of Iolite and sunstone. In addition, the energy of these two materials growing together produces some completely new energetic effects. So it's like the coming together of masculine and feminine energy to produce that third component. Whenever masculine and feminine energy comes together, there will be a third element that is created, be it a child or some kind of creative expression, a business, whatever the case, like a book, a podcast, just some kind of energy. It ain't got to be a physical output. but some kind of energy will be created from the two energies coming together. So this stone represents that. Iolite is a stone of inner vision, stimulating the third eye, enhancing psychic abilities, kindling the gift of prophecy, increasing sensitivity to all types of subtle energies. It's also a stone of self-discipline, enabling one to make and follow concrete plans for the attainment of one's aims. Thus, it assists one in seeing more deeply, deciding what must be done, and following through with the proper actions over time. Sunstone emanates the vibrations of courage and leadership. It enhances one's innate capacity to take responsibility for stepping forward in difficult situations and risking one's psychological or even physical safety for the good of the collective. So no longer just thinking about what's good for self, but also what's good for the whole. It stimulates the second and third chakras, seats of creativity and will. It increases one's enthusiasm for new projects to better oneself and one's community. It makes work into fun through zest for action. So we're talking about unity consciousness here, like coming together to do what's best for the whole. Again, no longer just thinking about self. What if God only thought about God? We'd be fucked out here. But we were created in God's image, and we are God. We are a part of God. We are part of the one. There is no separation. And therefore, we're good, and things are always working out for our good. And that is unity consciousness. That is oneness. But what if God was selfish? What if God was like, yeah, I got the power to turn the lights on, make the seas roar, make the lions cry, make the rain fall and all that, and I'm just going to do what I want to do, forget the people and who all it affects. And that ain't love. That's not God-like. That's not Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? And the more we step into Christ consciousness, the more we step into our God and Goddess energy, the more we care about the well-being of the all and not just ourselves, you know. So it says, in addition to their individual properties, Iolite and Sunstone together unite the vision of the third eye with the will to action of the solar plexus, making it possible for one to move quite powerfully for the actualization of one's dreams. It also enables one to retain the power of choice within the world of dreams and to travel interdimensionally without losing one's sense of self and purpose. Iolite is a very special ally for artists, writers, musicians, and conscious creators of all descriptions, especially poets. Iolite is a wind element stone that stimulates the mind and extrasensory perception and inspires communion with the higher planes. Its sunstone is a powerful fire element ally that encourages and teaches one to take action to make these dreams a reality. Because it's one thing to have the dream, but what you gonna do with it? It's one thing to have a fantasy, but what you gonna do with it? You just gonna sit on the dream, you're gonna sit on the idea, you're gonna sit on the fantasy, you're just gonna continue to fantasize when you could be bringing whatever that is into your 3D reality and creating your own heaven on earth. But you need that fire energy to get it started. Like what Glorilla say, let her cook. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get shit cooking? You just gonna have all the ingredients, let it sit there and spoil? No, you gotta put shit together, fire it up, and produce something that is going to benefit the whole and not just yourself. It says it enhances one's ability to act on ideas and manifest them for the higher good of one's community. Sunstone energy grounds Iolite's heady frequencies and allows for their application and clear expression on this level of reality. It allows one to find a way to make ideas take physical form through the process of manifestation. Iolite Sunstone carries both of these energies in a single material. It is one of the most powerful stones for visionary artists, songwriters, poets, writers and communicators, dancers and actors. It embodies the spectrum of creative energy from inspiration and conception to manifestation. It can aid in connecting one's creative self and in expressing inspired visions and ideas more effectively. It can assist in overcoming writer's or artist's block, or in simply becoming inspired when one has run out of ideas or the energy to execute them. So if you're needing to write a book, a letter, send a text, writing is specifically emphasized here in this message, as well as the integrating of masculine and feminine energy, dreaming up, intuiting, thinking. Dreaming up, intuiting something, and then putting forth that logic and that action to make it happen. And keyword action, and not just the logic, because you could dream it up, you could think about it, map it out, plan it out, all of that, but it's not until you bring it into fruition by way of your action and also your words. There's something that life needs to be spoken into in this situation. So it's a spiritually iolite sunstone. Spiritual properties include enhanced psychic and intuitive abilities, communication with higher guides, increased inspiration and creativity, an enhanced sense of social consciousness, and a greater determination to manifest and create. Emotionally, iolite sunstone helps one to feel more self-assured and confident. That's that surrendering low self-esteem. And is excellent for painfully shy individuals. It enhances one's social interaction abilities and can assist in alleviating stage fright and fear of public speaking. For some of you, the world does not know about your gifts and talents because of your fear of public speaking. So iolite sunstone would be helpful with that as well. The affirmation for iolite sunstone is, I am continually inspired by my inner visions and I delight in taking action to make them real. Somebody is being called forth to make a move. So I hope this message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I hope something was said that will help you along your journey. If you're needing a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. I'm also going to be offering the Shadow Work 101 course again. That information is on the community board, as well as the link for how to purchase your ticket. Right now, the early bird tickets are available. That price lasts until February 2nd. And I'm offering it again so that people have another chance to get the information before I develop and offer Shadow Work, a level 2 course. So it should be annoying, bruh. That's y'all sign to sign up, because you know you need that shadow work, you know you need that fundamental information and the tools to get your shadow work done. Come on, light. I can only imagine how this showing up on camera. Anyway, if you'd like to make a donation, that information is in the description box below. If you resonated with the reading, leave your comments in the comment section. And until next time, y'all. Peace.